What's up, guys? Well, as you can see, the Supplemental Draft is here, and wow, I gotta say, ECW got raped big time. Last draft, Smackdown got raped the most of their talent. This year, but this time around, ECW got completely slaughtered of their talent. Let's start out by saying Kofi Kingston and Shelton Benjamin are both going from ECW. The hottest feud in ECW now going completely. What is up with that? Damn. Kofi Kingston going to Raw, Shelton Benjamin going to Smackdown. So their feud is completely done now. Kofi going to Raw should be pretty interesting because ECW and Raw are still connected because they're traveling together now. But you have possibilities of, Kofi getting an Intercontinental title shot now, and him against Jericho. You got him against CM Punk possibly. You have a couple of, good things happening there, but I still think Kofi should have stayed on ECW because I still don't think he's ready completely yet. I mean, he has great amount of skills. I'm very high on Kofi Kingston. He's awesome. Great superstar in the making. But I still thought he should have stayed on ECW for a little while longer. Shelton Benjamin back on SmackDown with Triple H on SmackDown. I really, really hope he doesn't get fed to Triple H. I just don't want to see this happen to Shelton. I like Shelton a lot. He was going good. The U.S. title's not on SmackDown no more, so I don't know what they're going to do now. But it should be interesting to see what happens there. But going with the Raw talent, well, the ECW talent, you have, wow, this is crazy. Big Daddy V and Matt Striker as well, both going from ECW. Now, they haven't been doing nothing for a while. Big Daddy V's been home losing weight. Matt Striker's been off and on television. Big Daddy V going to SmackDown now. Matt Striker going to Raw. I'm very high on Matt Striker. I've always been a Matt Striker fan. He has a lot of talent, great personality, great mic skills. I hope they can finally use him right. Hopefully on Raw, maybe, perhaps. But I'm noticing Raw's getting a lot of young talent, so this should be pretty interesting to see what they do with Matt Striker. But I'm very high on him. Big Daddy V, he's been in WWE for many, many years, many gimmicks, and for some reason they're very high on him. I got to give the guy credit. He has a long-lasting power in WWE. He's been there for so many years. So I hope when he does return that he's better, bigger than ever, and we'll see what happens there. So next. Oh wow, this is crazy. I'm reading the list here because they've done so many people getting drafted. You got let's see, Layla also leaving ECW. She's going to Raw now, and I think this is a pretty interesting move here. Layla, I think, has been getting better and better in the ring, slowly but surely. She has potential. I mean, I see that she's taking wrestling seriously, so I'm gonna give the girl credit. She's had some decent matches with Kelly and a few other people, but we'll see what happens there though. But Layla is going to be on Raw now, so she's going to have a shot at the women's title. I hope she stays as a heel though, because I do like her as a heel, so that should be pretty interesting there. But yeah, ECW losing a lot of their original talent, man. It's crazy that they got it's completely slaughtered here. And who they get in return? Hornswoggle and Finley. Yeah, that's going to be great for ECW. Wow. But on the other hand, you got to think Hornswoggle and Finley is going to fight Miz and Morrison for the tag titles. Now, all four of them are ECW, so I was hoping, Miz and Morrison don't lose the tag titles. Maybe they'll still keep it now that Finley and Hornswoggle are on ECW as well. So we'll see what happens there, but I don't see Finley and Hornswoggle doing absolutely nothing. I hope they don't win the tag titles. Even if they do win the tag titles, does anybody really care about the tag team division? No, because it's non-existent. The tag titles on both Raw and SmackDown are both completely, utterly garbage, and they should be unified. Hopefully they will get unified sooner than later. So Mark Henry going to ECW now. This makes sense because Mark Henry wants to face the ECW champion Kane, and he's also going to face the Big Show triple threat match now. So this can go either way. I do see Mark Henry being a future ECW champion. I see it happening now for sure. This is the title for Mark Henry to get. He hasn't won a singles title in a very long time. So yeah, they might as well throw him the ECW title because that's another title that doesn't really mean nothing really, but it will help his character out a little bit. So now he's on ECW. And technically he's on Raw as well, since ECW and Raw are together now. So that should be a little bit interesting there, but I don't see Mark Henry doing well boosting up the ratings for ECW. but the talent they lost to get Mark Henry, Finley, and Hornswoggle really is utter shit, I think, completely. Matt Hardy in ECW, as I explained in my other video, is great. He brings the U.S. title. Will the U.S. title stay on ECW? Remains to be seen. It might go back to Smackdown. Who knows? But for now, the U.S. title's on ECW, so that should be pretty interesting there. So let's talk about Smackdown. Smackdown gets Trevor Murdoch. This is not a bad idea. You know, Trevor, I like Trevor. I like the whole, you know, him singing gimmick. He sounds pretty interesting and good, actually, you know. Maybe he'll get a decent little push, but I don't really see nothing going for Trevor. Brian Kendrick going to Smackdown. They break up London and Kendrick. Why would they do this? Why? Goes to show you again how the tag team division don't mean utter shit. They break up a really cool tag team. So now I guess Paul London stays on Raw, Brian Kendrick on the Smackdown. There's no cruiserweight division, so what the hell is Brian Kendrick going to do? Beats me, but he's going to get totally lost in the shuffle. He might get fed to Triple H. Or Umaga for that matter as well. Then you got D.H. Smith to SmackDown. Now this shocks me because in my mind I kept thinking D.H. Smith is going to be the mystery tag partner for Ted DiBiase Jr. at Night of Champions, and now D.H. Smith is on SmackDown. Ted DiBiase Jr. is on Raw. I don't know what's going to happen now. Maybe he's not the mystery partner, and I'm kind of disappointed in that. But yeah, D.H. Smith, what's he going to do on SmackDown remains to be seen, because as of now there's no U.S. title. So the mid-carders already got nothing to fight for right now on SmackDown. So it's going to be interesting to see what he does there. But we'll see what happens with that. Maria going to SmackDown. This makes sense because Maria, God love her, but she's trying her best in the ring, but it's just utter shit. She just can't compete in the ring at all. She's very sloppy. She's trying her heart out. I give her credit for that. But Maria deserves to be with the TNA. Well, I shouldn't say TNA, but like the tits and ass girls, put it like that. So yeah, let her be with Kelly Kelly. Let her be with, I wouldn't want to say Cherry in that category, but you know, Cherry's minimal in the ring so far. But yeah, Maria at SmackDown, that should be a good fit for her. Talked about Shelton Benjamin. I hope to God Shelton Benjamin does not get fed to Triple H. And last but not least, Carlito going to SmackDown. This is a great decision. As I was saying in my other video, SmackDown has a huge Latino audience, and with Rey Mysterio going, they need a new Latino person, and Carlito fits the bill. But thinking about this right now, wow, I just thought about it. With the recent actions of Carlito speaking out his mouth about Triple H on SmackDown, Carlito's on SmackDown, I know a certain somebody on that side is not going to be happy with that. Well, let's just say Carlito will be getting fed to Triple H. So Carlito, I don't see him doing utterly nothing now on SmackDown. So I feel bad for the guy. You know, he spoke out the truth about Triple H, but now he's going to definitely pay for it because Carlito and Triple H still on the same brand, on a different brand, that is. So bad news for Carlito there. So on to the Raw draft picks. We talked about Kofi Kingston on Raw. Jamie Noble on Raw. I don't get this at all. Jamie Noble, what is he going to do on Raw? No cruiserweight division there. No, Rey Mysterio's there, but he's not really considered a cruiserweight anymore. You got Chuck Palumbo going to Raw now. Maybe Jamie Noble, Chuck Palumbo could redo their feud again. They had a little pretty decent feud on SmackDown, a good television feud on SmackDown. They might revitalize that feud. Deuce going to Raw. This makes no sense really because I knew that they broke up Deuce and Domino. They had a little fallout. Now they completely broke them up as well. Another tag team broken up. Will Deuce do anything on Raw? I don't think so. He will be a total jobber, just like what Jamie Noble will be. And as we talked about Matt Striker as well on Raw. You know, I hope he can be in a kind of champion contender. That should be pretty interesting with him. I forgot to mention about Super Crazy going to ECW as well. That, I guess, is good for him because he doesn't even be on TV to begin with. So yeah, put Super Crazy on ECW. Let him have some matches against Evan Bourne. That should be pretty interesting if those two lock up.